Deon D is a youth life skills coach and author with 20 years of experience as a youth service worker, as well as 10 years work in juvenile probation. He has dedicated most of his adult life to the field of youth and child development. Through his organization, This Youth Generation, he has delivered motivational talks and seminars to youth, parents, educators, school districts, colleges, and correctional institutions throughout California. His brand of motivational comedy is delivered with both humor and professional precision.
Nature teaches us that when there's an environment, you need to make an adjustment, don't you? If it's freezing outside and you go outside with the wrong clothes on, you're going to have a casualty, aren't you? You're going to be a casualty in that environment. If it's 106 degrees out there and you go out with the wrong attire, you're going to be a casualty to that environment. It's important and wise of you to study your environment so you can know what the hazards are in that environment. Does that make sense? There's a time when you have to monitor your environment. There's a time when you have to separate from the environment. So I encourage young people to study your environment. Read the newspapers. Find out what's going on locally, regionally. If you're in the wrong neighborhood with the wrong color on, what's going to happen? You're going to be a casualty in that environment. So guess where I am? So, me being ignorant and not knowing my environment, so I went out and bought a bright red 76ers starter jacket. And I lived in the wrong neighborhood for that color. So I'm coming from work. I worked at Kentucky. My first job was Kentucky Fried Chicken. Worked at Kentucky Fried Chicken during 1984 when everybody had a job. My first paycheck had $71.55 in my pocket. I had my new 76ers jacket. You know, I had my $71.50. I had my some chicken. I was feeling good. Give my brother some money, a jacket, and some chicken, or what else you need? So I was coming home, I got me a bright red 76ers jacket, and guess what happened? I ran into a few neighbors, and guess what happened? Pulls up his pants and got a gun. Gun in the belly, took my money, took my jacket, they even took my chicken, which was there. I mean, that's just trifling. If you're gonna jack somebody, at least leave them something to eat. So, whose fault was that? Mine, because I didn't do what? I didn't monitor my environment. I didn't make an adjustment. I didn't know when to separate. And whose fault was it really? It was my fault because I didn't what? Pay attention to what? My environment. You have to monitor your environment, young people.
As a columnist, he has written weekly and monthly articles on the subject of modern youth culture in print and online. His bi-weekly column, This Youth Generation, reaches several 100,000 readers and has run in several publications, including the Fairfield Daily Republic, Oakland Post, the LA Sentinel, and the New York Times. He is also the author of the book Raised in Hell, a non-fictional family dramedy about the humor and hardship of a dysfunctional upbringing. He is the host of the online web show entitled This Youth Generation. Deon received the 2010 I Am Greatness Spotlight Award for Motivational Speakers. He also has appeared as a guest on local radio and TV programs to offer his unique perspective on issues regarding this generation of youth. Together we can improve the quality of life for the youth in our community. Deon can be reached via email at thisyouthgeneration@gmail.com or subscribe to YouTube This Youth Generation.